Should the Harley Davidson Milwaukee 8 117 engine be made available for the Tourers and especially the Softail models? Let's discuss.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, in this video I'm talking about... Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, in this video I'm talking about, should Harley Davidson make available the 117 engine that's in the CVO models, make that available to all the Tourers, but especially what I'm talking about, the Softails. Should that engine or that power delivery from stock from Harley out of the box, should it be in the smaller models or the other types of models? I personally think it should be. Now, that's not because, you know, I'm a huge fan of big power delivery or big engines or being able to show off to my friends, hey, look how big my engine is. It's got nothing to do with that. I actually think it's about giving customers the choice, giving us the option of what you want to do. And also, I think it enables certain models to have, or certain model lines to have a signature series. Now, I made a video a while ago, just as they launched the new 2020 models from Harley Davidson and obviously the new Lowrider S that was coming out. And I made a video, a preview, basically saying, actually, I think they've made a mistake, Harley Davidson, with that bike. They are offering it with a 114. I personally think that bike should be the signature bike of the range. That's the performance bike, and they should have said, right, we're going to do something really special here. We're going to throw a 117 engine in. That's a huge performance leap, great power to weight ratio. Can you imagine what that bike would be, or actually any of the Softails would be with a 117 engine? Forget about stage upgrading, out of the box, that's going to be a kick-ass bike. Now, obviously, they'd have to look at, you know, possibly redesigning certain aspects of a bike or strengthening a model, you know, to accommodate that 117. So I'm sure there are logistical issues or design issues that they have to consider. But I don't think it's anything that could be overcome. In fact, let's face it, you can upgrade your 107 114 to actually go past the 117 engine performance upgrade. So actually, I don't think there's going to be that much of an issue anyway. In terms of physical size, dimensions, they're pretty much going to be the same. So why aren't they available? I don't know. Perhaps there's too much choice. Perhaps they're giving Harley Davidson feel that actually if we give too much choice to our customers, they're actually never going to buy a 107. They're never going to buy a 114. They're just going to go for the 117. Perhaps that's true. That might be the case. It might be the case that actually, you know, people will never buy the 107 now because they've got the 114. Well, actually, that's already proven not to be the case. People actually are looking at the differences between the 107 and 114, and check out my video with that as well. Good discussion topic on that, and great comments on that video as well. But a lot of people saying the 107 is a better engine, it's a better revving engine than the 114. Different dynamics, different characteristics essentially. I personally think it's a better engine, but there you go. So bigger is not necessarily better as stock. But certainly, as you go bigger engine, it's a better baseline if you want to do performance upgrades. But know this, that if you get a 117 engine as stock, as your bike is stock, and you've got a lighter bike in the first place, you've got a tremendous advantage on the street. And you don't even have to do performance upgrades. So a lot of people would say, well, actually, I don't really care about doing stage upgrades, but I still want a bit of passing power. I still want decent highway speed. Well, actually, you're going to get all that with a 107 and 114. But actually, with a 117, it's just going to be on tap. And you'll get that zip. It should, in many ways, stop that hunger for performance upgrades from certain types of people. However, other types of people will say, no, I want to get this to a, I don't know, 121, 124, whatever, you know, whatever they can do to make that engine go faster, or that engine perform better, I should say, and make the bike go faster. Obviously, the bike is limited by other things, you know, the types of the chassis, the tyres, all that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean. Some people will say, well, actually, you don't need that 117 in these the chassis, the Softail chassis in particular, because actually the power delivery from the 107 and the 114 is ample enough. And especially if you're doing stage upgrades, it is ample enough. And I got to say, I would tend to agree with that also. Perhaps the 117, I think, is more suited to the Tourers, which have greater weight. And potentially you're going to be carrying greater weight because they have that more usable touring capability, let's say. Softails, you're more likely to be riding by yourself. Not always, of course, but more likely to ride around by yourself. With the Tourers, with the glides, possibly you're going to be riding two up and maybe carrying lots of stuff to go away for the weekend. So maybe that 117 will work better there. But I do think the Softails, and especially something like the low ride rest, something like the Fat Bob, something like the Sport Glide, you know, something like the Street Bob as well. Can you imagine a Street Bob, the lightest bike in the Softail range, coming in at 297 kilos? Is that right? 297 kilos, yeah. Can you imagine that bike with a 117 engine? Ho, ho, ho. And that's it. Any of those bikes I just mentioned with a 117, that would be like your creme de la creme. You've got the light Street Bob, you've got the low ride rest, the performance machine, you've got the Fat Bob, which is like kind of your street hooligan bike. Then you've got your mini bagger, if you like, your versatile bike, the ultimate versatile bike in the Sport Glide, which I've got. That bike with a 117 engine. Ha, amazing. Maybe it's a right choice, maybe it's a wrong choice, I don't know. But let me know what you think. Give me your opinion about whether it would be a positive move by Harley or a negative move. There were some rumblings, some rumours, idle speculation a couple of months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, that this has been considered, or it might have been considered. Kind of came out the ether. I don't know where it came from, but it came out the ether. It certainly didn't materialise in the 2020 lineup. Certainly not for the UK. Now, obviously, there are different regions around the world that offered slightly different options. But I think certainly with the 117 option, I think it's still the same all over the world. But let me know what you think. Let me know, is it really worth it? Or actually, the 107 and the 114 is perfectly ample. And then obviously you can do your stage upgrades. Maybe I'm missing the point completely. Maybe actually that's part of the fun. Actually, I'm not missing the point, because that is part of the fun. That is part of the Harley owning experience, to do these performance upgrades, to make it your own, to improve it. It's like back in the day when we used to take a stock bike and we used to just cut bits off it and just making it lighter. Actually, we wouldn't do much to the engine. We'd just make the bike lighter, better power to weight ratio. It would go faster. It would handle better because it was lighter. Then just doing very small, tiny improvements to the engine, actually you get a much better bike, much better, sportier performing bike. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what we should stick to, and not stick to ultimate power, having a big engine in our bike, you know, big bollocks boy here, yeah, look at me, I'm really big, I've got a massive engine, and that kind of thing. It doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. Just stick to what you got and just work on what you got. I really don't know what the answer is. It was just something I thought about, but personally I would like to see that option of the 117, yeah, in the Tourers, but definitely in the Softails. Now, I think in the United States, I think some of the Tourers have been given the option of the 117, But if I'm incorrect on that, please let me know. But I'm sure I heard somewhere that some of the Tourers, I think the either electric glide, I don't think the street glide, I think it was more the, I'm not sure which one. Anyway, one or two of the Tourers have been given the 117 package, I think. But let me know, because in the UK we don't have that either. The 107s, but most predominantly the 114s. Right, well, topic for discussion at least. Please like, share, subscribe, leave those comments below. Let me know what you think. Pros, cons, yay, no. Am I talking nonsense or am I talking sense? Catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Cheers now.
RevelatorAlf.